Welcome back to Replay guys, Jake here, and today we're going to be talking about the Anbernic RGSP. I just got this in the mail a couple of days ago and this thing has been an absolute blast to play on. But before we get into the video, I will be giving one of these away to one of you guys in the next few weeks. So stick around to the end of the video and I'll run you through exactly how I plan to go about this. Also, a quick disclosure, Anbernic did not send me this. They didn't ask for a review or anything like that. I did buy this with my own money and all thoughts and opinions are completely mine. All right, let's get into it. So what is the RGSP? And if you've been living under a rock or you actually have a life and don't sit around waiting for another handheld to be released, then good on you. But let me bore you real quick about what this thing actually is and what it does. This is the Anbernic RGSP. It's basically Anbernic's 2026 take on the original GBA SP, which is, for me personally, an absolute timeless classic full of my childhood gaming memories. And I believe this is actually Anbernic's third iteration of the SP. They've previously released the Anbernic RG34XXSP or 34XXSP and the Anbernic RG35XXSP. And I actually do have a 34XXSP here that I will be comparing with just a little bit, not too in depth, but that one is here. Now bear in mind, none of these devices are shipped with games. What we have here is an emulation device or retro device, as they're generally called in the community, right? Which means you need to upload your own game ROMs and BIOS files in order to actually get this thing to play anything. So out of the box, you don't get any games, you get a nicely designed shell with custom firmware and a Reddit mega thread to get you started if you're new to this kind of thing. Now with that out of the way, let's just take a quick look at the build quality. The device is primarily made out of plastic and the color we're looking at here today is the platinum color. I did just order the base model. So I did just have the, I think it's a 16 gig SD card, which it came with. I didn't opt for the second SD card. I've got a few left over at home, so saved a few bucks and I just got the one with the one SD card. The screen size we're working with is 3.4 inches, though we do have a 720 by 480 resolution, which means we get a perfect 3x upscale for all the GBA games. And the reality is that that is the key selling point for this thing. Now, aside from the screen, the buttons are very, very clicky. I'll try and get a bit of that on camera. And that's the same for the D-pad, the triggers, and the start and select buttons as well. And I absolutely love the way these feel. If you already own the 34 or the 35, it's virtually a one-to-one to me. I cannot feel a difference at all. Obviously, the biggest difference that we're looking at here is there's just no analog sticks there, which we'll get into in a minute anyway, but you know, it is a very similar, if not the exact same button design. Now in terms of the body, on the side here, we have the volume up and the volume down button. We've got our SD card slot 1 on this side. And if we turn it around to the right-hand side, we've got our second SD card slot, a little reset button, and our general power button as well. At the bottom, you just got the AUX cord, or cable, oh, not even a cord or a cable, a freaking port. And at the top, you got the HD port and the USB-C port as well. And it's all tucked away in this beautiful, tiny little clamshell device. And I don't know about you guys, but I love clamshell devices. They are probably my favorite form factor. They're just so small, so neat, and they can just be put in any of your pockets, any bag, and they just fit so nice. I do love this device. And when you're not using it, you just close the lid and it goes to sleep. Clamshell is king. Out of the box, this one comes with their own like stock operating system, which at first glance is very basic, but honestly, it does everything that you need it to do. It's got RetroArch already built in and it's set up for you. Allows for some moderate customization options with built-in themes, and I'll have a quick look at those now. So this is the stock system it comes with. I have changed the icons in the stock system. And you can see here, these are all your icon styles. If you do just want to stick with the stock, there's quite a few to choose from, which is nice, but I do just like the MU style, either 1 or 2. I like them both, but 2 has been my go-to. Now, aside from the themes, you do have several options here. If you tab across, you've got your game ROMs. I've only got GBA, GB, and GBC on this. You got your favorites list, your RetroArch library, your recently played, as well as some inbuilt apps that it comes with. Now, I haven't really played around with the inbuilt apps. I'm not sure what they're for, but you do have an ebook, file manager, expert, apps, PDF, and a Willy, I want to say. That's all in Chinese. I did try getting into it before. I don't know how to change the like the language that it's displaying, so I'm just disregarding that completely. I've got no idea what it is. And then you got music and video. I don't know if I read those out already, but there they are. And yes, this does connect to your Wi-Fi. So you won't be missing out on any of the retro achievements at all. It's got retro achievements built in. It is a really neat little device. So setup with this is genuinely not an issue. The SD card that it comes with as well, I haven't actually swapped it to a normal SD card yet. I will do that. I don't normally leave their stock ones in here, but with the stock SD card, it already comes with a ROMs folder and a BIOS folder. So to get straight into gaming, you do just need to drag and drop your files across and it is good to go. There is no further setup than that. It'll take you, 10, 15 minutes, depending on how many files you have to transfer over. It is a very easy setup for this one. Now you can technically play up to PlayStation 1 on this device and some select games in other consoles beyond that. Though if you're buying the RGSP, I'd say your goal here is to play everything up until and including the GBA. And this thing is definitely overqualified for that. It'll run it, no worries at all. You're not gonna have any issues. Now, when it comes to the custom firmware and other options like Mustard OS or Nully and everything, this device is still pretty new. And given that it's just been released, we don't really have a lot of community developed options for custom firmware just yet. This device has been pretty popular so far within the retro community. So I do see a fair amount of community support coming out for this, hopefully within the next few weeks or couple of months or something. Don't quote me on that. I haven't read this anywhere or anything. I completely made this up and it's just what makes sense to me. But if there are any other firmwares I'm missing out that you think should be spoken about, please drop them down below in the comments because I'm definitely keen to have a look at it and check them all out as well. So what can we play on this thing? Given that we can play virtually everything up until around the PS1 era, we are really plagued with choice on what we can play on this device. My go-to systems on this device, as I said before, are GBA, GBC, and GB. I might put SNES on here, but honestly, 99% of the time, I'm just gonna be playing GBA on this thing. And just GBA alone can keep you occupied for like literally thousands of hours, right? There are so many games to choose from. Now, in terms of comparison with the other one, I don't have the RG35XXSP to do like a side-by-side comparison with, but I do have the RG34XXSP. So let's just take a quick look at the difference, all right? At first glance, they virtually look identical. The only thing that's different here is once you open it up, you've got the removal of the two thumbsticks here, which is definitely a welcome change for me. This is a GBA 2026 after all. We just don't need thumbsticks for GBA games. All the buttons and the triggers literally feel the exact same to me, which is perfect because I never really had an issue with the way the buttons felt on this one. But one noticeable thing here is the positioning of the screen between the two devices. Now, if you take a close look, let's try to demonstrate this. The RGSP or RG34XXSP, I really don't like the names. You can see that the screen here is slightly lower than this one. This one's raised a little bit, which means you get a thicker, plastic shell up here and a thinner one there, but then obviously a thinner one here and a thicker one there. Take what you will from that. I just found it interesting. In terms of the battery that's packed inside this thing, it does say it's a 3300 milliamp hour battery in it. Anbernic's saying it'll give you about 6 hours of game time. I haven't tested it yet in terms of pushing actual game time on this to see how much I get, though I did do a sleep test the other day. I opened up Sword of Mana in the morning, closed the lid, I did not touch it for around 7 hours, and in this time it went down from 67% starting down to 42%, which was quite surprising to me, as I thought the sleep feature would save a lot more battery than that. It does have like a different sleep setting in the settings, which I saw the other day. I might need to play around with that and see if that alters it and does save a little bit more. But I was pretty disappointed from the battery loss that I took throughout that day. I was not expecting that. So who is this device for? I'm gonna have to say this guy. And basically anyone who wants to relive their childhood memories, playing GBA games on the GBA SP, or maybe you never had a GBA as a kid because your parents didn't like you. Now's your chance to pick one up and show them that you have adult money now and you can make adult decisions. So they cannot stop you from enjoying Pokemon Fire Red until 3 AM. And honestly, while gaming handhelds across the board have gotten so damn expensive, it is so good to see a part of the gaming community is thriving off affordable and fun little devices like these. And if you're new to this part of the world, just stop, get out of it while you can, if I'm completely honest. Or brace the inevitable and purchase this along with the RGDS, the AYN Thor, the AYN Odin, the Mini Plus, and any other retro device that you can get your little grubs on. But overall, I really do love this device for what it is. Like it's definitely my new pick up and go device from here. Like the fact that this was only $65, has some of my favorite games of all time on it, and it fits neatly into like literally any pocket I can think of. I don't see this being left behind anytime soon. I honestly think that Anbernic have done a great job here with this one. It just hits all the right notes for me. And I will be sure to do like a follow-up video on it once I've owned it for a few months to see how it holds up. Though, if any of their previous devices are anything to go by, I don't see this crashing and burning anytime soon. All right, if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. If you skipped ahead, I know that you skipped ahead. Now, I'll quickly touch on the giveaway I intend to have, so just bear with me for a moment. When I started this channel only a couple of months back, I didn't know where or how it'll go, if I'm completely honest. I just wanted somewhere to talk about gaming and handhelds in general. I didn't actually think that I'd earn money off it. Like, best case scenario, I hope to get some devices sent my way that I can make videos on, and that was gonna be more than enough. But because you lot have been so supportive watching these videos and subscribing to the channel, I have managed to get into the YouTube partner program recently, which means I managed to earn a little bit of money off the ad revenue. Enough for a few coffees, and to get one of you guys the RGSP in any color of your choice as well, shipped directly to you, of course. You don't have to come to Australia to pick it up. If you're interested in being a part of the giveaway, you don't need to like or comment or anything like that. Just join the Discord and react to the RGSP post in the giveaways channel. I'm not entirely sure how to select a winner in like the most transparent way possible, but I will do some research, and obviously I'll just update the plan accordingly. Now, I haven't bought the second device yet, but when somebody wins, you guys can just jump online, have a look at the color that you want, select the color, and then I'll contact Anbernic and I'll just get it shipped directly to you. I'll pay for it, I'll get it shipped to you. If you did like this video and want to support the channel, please smack that like button and subscribe to see more content like this. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.